Good Sunday evening. It is Art from the Hickory Flat Garlic Company, and today is Sunday, so it's time for our Sunday reflections. I hope you all had a great weekend. We want to start out as always with our gratitude, and I probably sound like a broken record, but I am so grateful and appreciative for everyone who came out. My good friends Ronnie and Melinda, so good for you guys to come out and hang out for a little bit. Sammy Erickson, one of our players over at Cherokee High School. It was good to see him yesterday afternoon, and all of our regulars. Oh my gosh, so good to see you guys. We're just grateful. And for the folks that came and just asked questions about what we do, we love that too. We love hopefully educating you guys on what we do at the Hickory Flat Garlic Company, and maybe that helps you make an informed decision about your food choices in the future. So thanks again so much for hanging out with us. So for today's Sunday reflection, I've been scratching my head about what to talk about, and there is a overriding theme, at least in our house this week. And I am the dad of two teenage boys, a junior and a freshman, and had to deal with some teenage attitude over sports of all things. My oldest son was frustrated with his performance in their scrimmage on Friday night. And then yesterday, my youngest son is playing in the fall basketball league, and he was upset about his performance and his practice. And I was like, and so to me, it gave me an opportunity to think, all right, guys, I appreciate the passion. I appreciate your desire to want to be better, but, we can't dwell in the pit of self-pity. And I kind of want to stay in that vein today and talk about that pit of self-pity. And this is not for sure, this is not a talk about depression, because that is something that's, to me, that is much deeper than this. But I want to talk about the situational moments that kind of drag us down when we face disappointment on our performance, or disappointment with the results of how an activity, the outcome of that activity, whether it be sports related or work related or hobby related, or so many more. Maybe it was a discussion you had with your spouse. It just did not go the way you had anticipated. But I really want to talk about that pit of self-pity, and how do we not engage ourselves in that pit. I think it's fair and it's good to almost mourn that poor decision, and to be angry, and to wrestle with that. I think that's something that we should do to try to resolve that. But I told both my boys, I said, hey, it's, you can be upset, and that's great, but that's in the past. And there's only one thing you can do is fixate yourself on this future, and what are your next steps to get better. One thing I always tell my boys, I said, it's two things we can do in life most days. We can either make an excuse or make a way. And I challenged both of them with that this week. And one of the things that I tell some of my friends is, when I challenge my kids or challenge my friends with something, usually it's something I'm wrestling with also. So that is not just advice for my children, that's advice for me as well. And so today and this week, as we go through our week, as we deal with frustration and disappointment, my challenge for you is to find a way not to dwell in the pit of self-pity. Some of us, if we've got a good friend, and I'm not talking about a rah-rah, cheer it up guy every time, but just a good friend to help us process some of those feelings, I think that's a great start. And then we have to make a decision at some point whether we're going to make an excuse and continue to use that poor performance as an excuse, or if we can figure out a way to make a way. And that's probably tough love for my kids, but I won't apologize for that for sure. So let me challenge you this week. How can we, regardless of an outcome, find the silver lining? And even when we don't see the silver lining, who can we run to, or who can we go to help us make sure that we're not dwelling in the pit of self-pity? This has been Art with the Hickory Flat Garlic Company with your Sunday Reflections. I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead.